I found the worst Nintendo game ripoffs and clones. From Mario to Zelda to Pokemon to Animal Crossing. These are bad, but we start with a Mario ripoff. Alright, so here we have Tony's 3D World, and this guy right here is apparently Tony. Okay, those guys look like Goombas. Snowy area now. Swimming looks the exact same as Mario. So he hits some question blocks. Fireballs. Bunch of coins, and he finishes the level. Tony's 3D World, that is. Now, to go back and analyze a little bit, these snowmen right here look like Mario. They have the hat, they have a mustache. This looks like Mario in a snowman. They were like, you know what? Let's rip Mario, but not make him too obvious in the game. We can also observe that this creature down here looks like a Koopa Troopa and a Spiny if they had a baby. It's like taking parts of Mario, but not putting them in the right spots. Now we have what I'm told is a Donkey Kong arcade ripoff called Monkey Business. I mean, ripping off any kind of game is monkey business. I'm scared. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, wow! This is the exact same Donkey Kong stage, just ripped off completely. These sound effects suck, by the way. It's just like beeping. Instead of Donkey Kong, we have a monkey up at the top left, throwing, I guess these are barrels, these blue things. And instead of Pauline, who is up on the stage in the original Donkey Kong game, we have, somebody, I don't even know. We have Chester at the top here. This stage is copied too. This is the exact same stage from Donkey Kong. This is not good. Did they copy the other stage too? Oh, they did. Look at this. This one's also copied. Okay, I'm done. This entire game is a bunch of monkey business taking place. I'm not pleased. I'm not happy with it. Ugh. And now what we have here is a Reddit post saying, I legit just saw an ad for a blatant Animal Crossing New Horizons knockoff, and I thought you guys would find it as funny as I did. Animal Crossing New Horizons is my favorite Switch game of all time. I think I've seen this one before, though. Let me go ahead and play. Yeah, terraforming is the exact same. So is that path. That pathway was stolen from Animal Crossing. Spade, we're digging holes, placing houses, and that's it. It just ends right there. Okay, can I point out one thing? So it's cool to make an Animal Crossing ripoff game. Am I okay with it? No. Can I understand? Maybe. This pathway right here was stolen. That exact path is in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I don't respect that. Now, this is where people kind of get terrified when she turns around. I don't like the character style for this game. Not good. We have the same toolbar. They call a shovel a spade. I'm aware that's a kind of shovel, but just call it a shovel. Overall, 1 out of 10, I would not buy this game. That's one of the worst ones. Then we have a game called Oceanhorn, which is said to be a Zelda ripoff. Oh, it's just Wind Waker. Okay, so that's Link right there, I assume. We're exploding things. Boom. It doesn't really look like Zelda style, but you can tell that the character there is Link. And that's like a Zelda-looking character as well. Like these NPCs in the game. That's Wind Waker again. And we're just seeing Link in all these environments. His face isn't Link, but you can tell by the clothing that is 100% Link. You know what? I take it back. That's not Link. That is Lonk. Shooting enemies. That's a fake Guardian there with a big old laser. We have a hot air balloon. I've not played every Zelda game, but I believe that's new. And more Wind Waker. How much do you want to show me of that one gameplay aspect? Hey, we can pick up logs and put them down, and puzzles. So they have some puzzles in this game. They look pretty creative. Not exactly like Zelda. Insert the key, and we can enter. There's Lonk again, not Link. Lonk, big old monster that we have to fight. His name is Termos. Whoa, I assume that's supposed to be Ganondorf, but for Oceanhorn. A lot of bosses in this game, I tell you. And when we put those 3 things together, oh, here's Zelda. Oh my God, hold on, hold on. Pause it right there. So I guess this is meant to be Princess Zelda. I don't know her name. Is her name Oceanhorn? Because like Zelda is called Zelda because Zelda is in it. So she must be Oceanhorn. I'm gonna call her Oceanhorn. Now, something else that is very striking about this image here is the fact that Zelda's neck is similar to a giraffe's neck. Now, I'm not here to make fun of anybody's neck. If you have a long neck out there, I'm not making fun of you. The problem here is when Zelda has a long neck, that's fine, but Link has no neck. Look, you have neck and and no neck. You gotta make them the same. You gotta make them at least somewhat similar. And I'm not sure why, but Link's face looks a bit more real as opposed to like Zelda's face. Her hair looks like N64 graphics. I'm not having it. This feels like a cringe movie. There's some new aspects, but it's Zelda. Download from Steam. So I've heard that this game is like somewhat decent actually if you are a Zelda fan. Just know what you're getting into, please. And now for my Mario Kart fans, I don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to make you mad, but the Mario Kart ripoff that you should be kind of mad at is Smurfs Kart. Now, the reason I chose Smurfs Kart over any other Mario Kart ripoff is simply because this is so similar to Mario Kart. So first of all, right when you start the race, you like have to hold the A button to make sure that you're going to the fastest speed possible right away. That's the same. We have Smurfs Kart here with the exact same layout as Mario Kart. Let's break this down. In the top left, we have one item and room for one more item. We can hold 2 items. Looks just like Mario Kart. On the far right here, the middle right, we have a map of the entire track, just like Mario Kart. In the bottom right, you can see what place you're in, just like Mario Kart. And in the bottom left, you can see your currency and what lap you're on. Once again, just like Mario Kart. And what's kind of sad is I actually wanted to buy Smurfs Kart, like just for fun when it came out, until I saw this. I have seen this trailer before. Shortcuts, it's some crazy new feature. No, it's rip-off Mario Kart. I love Papa Smurf, and I love the Smurfs as much as the next guy, but trust me, I'm not trying to play this one. And it's expensive too. Now for my Smash fans, you have PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale for the PS3. This is PlayStation's attempt at Super Smash Bros. Here's the character selecting screen. It looks a little bit different. In Smash Bros. Brawl, I think the character icons are a bit bigger up here, like where you can choose from. It's a bit different. I give them credit. Let's skip to some actual gameplay here. Honestly, I don't blame PlayStation for trying to have their own Smash Bros. It was a, no pun intended, smash hit at the time. Got Sackboy running around. It's a nice thing to put on your PlayStation 3, but I would have liked this to be a little bit different than Smash Bros. I mean, it looks the exact same. If I skip around, like, we have some creative maps. Look at this. There's like a quiz mode. What kind of animal is Sly Cooper's friend Murray? Elephant, turtle, hippopotamus, and you have to stand on the right platform. That's kind of neat. There's like little like mini games in the Smash Bros. Kind of game. That's neat. I don't mind that. But you can tell this is Smash Bros. Inspired. And for those of you who were offended by Tony's 3D World, the first one that we started with, you don't want to see the great Gianna sisters. So this fine lady here, I believe, is Gianna. She must be. I mean, she's one of the Gianna sisters. I don't know. We have Gianna here, and if I hit play, this is looking a lot like Mario. Even like the sky is the same exact color. We get a power up there. Okay, what is this? This is what I assume to be a rip-off Goomba. Now this Goomba here is not actually a Goomba. This looks like if you took Amy from Sonic and an actual Goomba and like mashed them together. I'm not sure why every game feels like they can mash things together. It was like the same thing with that Koopa and Spiny hybrid from Tony's 3D World. This is the Amy from Sonic Goomba. Not loving it. And then you can stomp on it. Yes, you can. Okay, hitting some blocks. It's Mario. Also, fun fact, this game never released on a Nintendo console, but released on pretty much everything else back in the day. I'm sure you can figure out why. And so I guess this dragon-looking thing here as well is the Gianna sisters version of Bowser. So how do you beat him? I guess this is your final boss fight. How do you win? Okay, here we go. Here we go. So it's just about timing him right, and you beat the level. All right, that makes sense. And so while Gianna Sisters does change some things, it's actually no secret that it is a ripoff. As you can see on the Wikipedia page, they were tasked with developing the game after Mark Ulrich of Rainbow Arts had seen the popular Nintendo video game Super Mario Bros. From 1985. This was the plan the entire time. Now, another Reddit post that says, this is a real Splatoon ripoff on the App Store. Bro is not playing Splatoon. All right. So far, it looks a little bit mobile gamey. Whoa, hold on. This music is copied right out of Splatoon. Nintendo's gonna sue them if they haven't already. You know, in Splatoon, you shoot ink. I guess this is like Kool-Aid or something. I will give credit, though. This game has a red team, a green team, and a blue team. This was a 3-team Splatoon game. I will say it doesn't really innovate anything, though. This is as rip-off of Splatoon as it gets. I've seen some other, like, Splatoon rip-offs in my day. You had that, like, Foam Stars game on PS5, but this is, like, doing a little bit too much in terms of a Splatoon rip-off. Yeah, that music is ripped right out of Splatoon. Ugh. Incoming Nintendo lawsuit. And now this game is called Bulby Diamond Course. I want you to do one thing. Look at this Bulby character and tell me who this kind of reminds you of. It is a Kirby ripoff. And although ripping off Kirby is not the hardest thing in the world, there's a certain Kirby game that this does rip off, and that is Kirby's Dream Course. Kirby's Dream Course is all about getting the Kirby ball into where it needs to be, and if you look at this, you gotta get the ball in the hole, and no, just short, and into the hole. As you can see, the same concept is there. I will also say these little hedges around the entire stage, this entire texture, not to be super nitpicky, but that's Kirby to a T. I mean, just the style of the game. This purple dude right here is also a Kirby thing. We got a little orange guy. Okay. It has the same aesthetic. I can see some differences, some similarities. It's Kirby's Dream Course for you. It's also in HD though, so thank you for making it. Now another Donkey Kong ripoff. We have Banana Kong, and look at that. That is meant to be Donkey Kong. However, it doesn't quite look like Donkey Kong. All right, so this is a mobile game. It's a 2D side-scrolling, almost like Jetpack Joyride kind of game, and you're a donkey and you're collecting bananas. That's all it is. Now, I can give it credit. It's trying to be Donkey Kong, trying to have that ripoff title. It does some things different. Look, you can glide. Some different things. Donkey Kong can't glide. There's also power-ups that you can buy, rainbow bananas, magnet, no Cranky Kong's shop, unfortunately, but it's a bit chaotic. I like it. This is one of the better ripoffs that actually take a character, but make it their own thing. Thank you, Banana Kong. Now we have a blatant Link's Awakening ripoff. I thought that the first Donkey Kong ripoff was the worst one in the video. This is just as bad because it's a modern game and it's ripped off to a T. I mean, if we can put Link's Awakening and this game called Misplaced side by side, you can clearly see it's the exact same. How he swings the sword is the same. How he walks is the same. The grass is the same. This is Link's Awakening. I don't even know if the story is gonna be much different. Now, not only is it a bad Link's Awakening game, it's a bad game overall. They misspelled powerful. Most people might not notice that, but you know, for me, I have an eye for that kind of stuff. That would bother me. I'm trying to find the words to like talk about this game, but as I watch more and more, it's just becoming more and more clear to me. I want to stop watching. Don't buy Misplaced. Is this game even out? When you try to buy it on PC, there are no options available, it says. They got shut down hard. And to bring everything back together, we have our Pokemon ripoff. Now, you probably know it as Palworld. However, this is a trailer from 2022, before the game even became popular. If you look at any of this, it's Pokemon. Now, when you make a ripoff of a game, you want to make things a little bit different. You want to change things here and there. And I'm not saying this is a one-to-one ripoff of any certain Pokemon. If I bring a picture of this creature to somebody on the street and I say, hey, what is this thing? I feel like a lot of parents would say, hey, that's a Pokemon. But it's not. It's a pal with a weapon. And while a lot of this stuff is very different, I think that whoever made Palworld should have taken a bit more time to kind of come up with their own characters. I mean, there's a whole bunch of Pokemon. You can find websites of Palworld characters that look just like Pokemon characters. I mean, it looks majestic, I can't lie. And you can tell it's not Pokemon because these guys are all kidnapped. That doesn't quite happen in Pokemon. And we're looking at weapons. It's like if Nintendo sold Pokemon to whoever makes Call of Duty.
Pika pika.
And if you don't believe me, you might want to believe a bunch of articles. Sparkit, this character here, looks a bit like Pikachu. I mean, there's just endless comparisons of pals that look like Pokemon, Pokemon, Boltmane, and Luxray. This one's awfully close. If we learned anything today, ripoffs suck. But who cares? Because here's where you can subscribe to the channel, here's my Nintendo podcast channel, and here is where I play the worst rated Nintendo Switch games. Go check it out, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Adios.